Hmm. Hmm. AC. I see you're wearing the shirt. So.
This Monday was the deadline for the vaccine mandate given to New York State medical personnel by New York State Governor Hochul.
Think about it today.
Now, if you were not vaccinated by this Monday, you were fired from your job,
always. Camera,
locked
sharps,
out, suspended without pay,
always
and are ineligible to accept unemployment.
It means that one day will
Governor
be you.
Hochul's response and part of her planning to this is to bring military personnel
camera out front of you.
in and substitute them for the medical personnel that they've lost.
Safe.
I'm going to say that again. Thousands of nurses are being replaced with New York National Guard personnel.
To beat COVID,
and if you're not worried,
you're going to have to do things.
You've never ran into a brand new 68 whiskey, an Army medic, that just came out of training.
Well,
but before I get into that, let me give you a quick breakdown of this entire thing. So
my contamination at the hand sanitizer level, certain customer bases,
this does not represent any view of the military, DOD, or the New York Army National Guard. I am a civilian just stating facts
at a point during
and
the day.
then making jokes about the Army.
So
that's all this is.
The
governor of New York has told all New York State medical personnel that have lived through the pandemic, worked through the pandemic, remain healthy through the worst of the pandemic, that if they don't get vaccinated now, when it's not as big as it was a year ago, they will be fired.
So let's talk about what that is. I have a cough. I want you on. They'll buy you boots. They'll buy you boots. They'll housing. They will medical. They will tax the shit out of you. And it's like, all right, so I've done money before. It's like, so those soldiers need this much to survive. It is their budget, period. Energy works that way. Herpes, in the case of what Sharp's case say, you do think how fast the number. And they will. And he brings up this topic. If I want to use the quick way to smoke a bunch of soft operators, like thought you were a bad day, but then you G-locked. And that's what that is. You have certain things in the stone mill board factory, which I'm also working right now, and you would think about it like what? Just because there are two different places, it's not one job. And think about the region. OPORD brief. Now, that's way up there for you having to change your bedpans.
I digress. So with this massive hole vacant of healthcare workers, nurses, etc.
I look at a boot camp drill sergeant cop and go,
is that she's going to bring in people from out of state and out of country, along with military personnel, to fill those gaps. What I got out of that was a bunch of New Yorkers are getting fired from their jobs, so that people from outside the state
when it goes to it, it goes, all right, Biden. Whoever, I don't give a fuck. There's a pen stroke with a name somewhere on it. Let's pretend it's Biden.
Thus, raising the unemployment in New York State. But
I need you to take the drill sergeant, this one, and have them do the job on camera that you want them to do. And that's what I want to see. Firstly, hospitals are not the same thing. They do not have a standard model. I don't care about the fucking insurance on it. Why? Because you're going to have to physically move people. You have to physically move people. They don't want to live there. And you're a National Guard from another state into an area. Not only is it double dipping, it's triple dipping. It's efficiently bad. When you're in the local, this is what their MOSs are. I need a stonemason. I need a meat cutter. I need a cashier at Walmart. Those are what are there. This is the fucking hole where I had people. The company's easy enough gravity, public property, don't need eminent domain, but I can't be in the interrogation chamber like, oh, let me see Walmart's fucking books this week. You get a report. Okay, yeah, I get it. That's where the universe doesn't explode. And it works.
If this person is already in the medical field and happens to be a guardsman,
lacking the force is disturbing.
How is that gonna work? You're gonna
it's like if I had a clone army,
this soldier, hey, you work at the City of Buffalo Hospital.
It's the number, right? Stocks.
They lost
now, there's lots of ways to make money in the way. Now, you want the biggest, literally the biggest, unless you got Amazon out there, that is bigger, which let's go to military defense stock numbers about what the number is and what they are.
You can't be two people at the same time, so that hole is still going to be there.
So if you listen to him, he said, here's a hospital in New York. What I want to do is take the cops that, or the nurses that quit or got fired because they had to get a COVID shot, or the administrator make them leave. And nobody could sue this. Nobody's going to defend this statement under what it is. And the drop rate on what it is has to be directly correlated to them. They have other things that always have staph infection, like how COVID turns into walking pneumonia. Because walking pneumonia is actually, pneumonia is fluid in the lungs by definition. Which bacteria led to that?
In New York City, just New York City, you would have to activate half of the entire New York Army National
So those are the
Guard,
numbers.
medical personnel or not.
Now, okay, that seems like it's correct. It's correct. Now, there's some numbers where it's like, yes. You ever seen that? It's like, yes, that's what that is. Now, show me the video, and maybe I can tell you, because you will get something salty like this just going off. And it's the correct spring response to the white phosphorus reaction with antimonium, or what potassium. It's going to get or superoxide on that thing everywhere. It's just going to oxidize like that in that atmosphere. You don't want that. That's what physics does. You can do that with any types of bunny or rabbit or anything, or a demographic of bunnies and things. You know, Valentine, fucking rabbit.
And if you don't know what that means the only thing the majority of the medical personnel you're pulling
Patrol
from
goes,
the
we
Army
need that stick
can
tonight.
do
What do you mean? It's like,
is
not right
trauma.
now. You're going to
And I'm
crawl
talking
around
about
all that.
combat trauma. If you got a head injury from a car
Bro, that's
accident,
different way. I know trauma. It's like, to us, it's easy. It's easy.
If
But
you're talking about a
they don't
broken
have
leg,
the
they can sweat
experience
it.
yet.
If
From
you're talking
National
about some
Guard to
stitches, I mean,
service
yeah,
in.
they could do
Here's
that.
the
But
classroom.
do you want a
Here's
brand new
a
medic
hospital.
that's
It
got
has to be a
maybe
hospital.
5
So you go back.
different incidents of stitching somebody up?
You have to have.
Or do you
Well,
want a nurse
here's a cop.
that's
That's
been
the thing.
doing it for like 10 years
And in the
has
system.
literally
And he's making fun of it.
thousands
And it's
of
bad
times
because
she's sewn
Fox
somebody
does
up.
it better.
Now
But
let's just take the emergency room out of it. Let's just say, hey, the emergency room is all filled up.
escapism.
Now we need these 68 whiskeys elsewhere. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna be popping out babies? Like, there's no prenatal care.
It's like, you don't put me in front of a baby, I'm gonna put it out. But he's right about snitching up, sticking up your snatch. No, I need.
And honestly, ladies, do you want some 21-year-old who like?
See, but that's where it is. It's odd. And 21 is. It's like, what have you really done? I don't know most of your butchering deer and doing things. It's like, I don't have any experiment to do it. But just the fact that you're in a hospital should mean, well, if I believe the Common Core, California, New York, sit down. You have regions, which fucks everything up. It's extra times on a test to fuck up a map. Space Force, Marines. Like, the standard is Shred Dogs, Army. You can't win. Can't win. It's like Field Theory and Penn's Row and Nobel Board this year. You gotta know that it's old handshake on what it is. You can get there from anywhere. One, I don't know anybody that can hate me right now. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, only these states, which is so sad.
Because I will get them. I will get them to like me.
Can do
what do you want?
right off the bat when they get done with their training,
it's what you want. Nothing's wrong. Can't beat the weather every day, right?
So how are they going to practice any type of medicine in New York State if they're not
I
licensed?
bet money. If I sat in Fermilab long enough, I'd hear you squeak like.
Reciprocity, in a nutshell, means I have certifications from one place, and I want them to be recognized by New York State.
That was the word. I wanted to catch this word.
New York State will accept what an Army medic can do right off the bat when they get done with their training, which, once again, is nationally certified. New York State ain't on there. So how are they going to practice any type of medicine in New York State if they're not licensed?
It's like my master's degree. I'd have to have you fuck the whole entire system AC in your neighborhood. You pay me the nickel, get the job, hold the security, like it's gravity, and you can rationalize the gravity.
I want them to be recognized by New York State. Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
In a nutshell means I have certifications from one place, and I want them to
administrative
be recognized by New York State. Now, New York State will take that
same
national
thing, triage. Which one am I looking at, though? This,
and
0.
But it costs
Damn it.
money and takes months to do.
Adjudication?
I
don't know, whatever
I don't think that we're going to have months to wait to fill up this massive hole
12 Texas judges. We're going to simulate it. Now, even if we do get some snowflakes in town, do you think those 12 Texas judges will strike? Why? Because they don't exist? They're not out there?
I don't know how they're going to do it
What's
fast enough. It's already taken months without a pandemic. Speak of the devil,
we have the National Guard is the test, and that's the thing. It's like it's a thing. It's like the National Guard would be better.
Private Potato,
it's just
Guardian,
if
the Space Force is here to save you.
You're gonna make them still do a bunch of college bullshit to it, I think is the end of it, and that's where Potato steps in.
By standing here and saying push.
The degrees all the tea is
something like that. And I can make sure to give
like you know and I
Motrin
know some kid's gonna smash us both when it comes to computer programming, the plasticity and sheer force of steel beam and Potato here.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have dementia or some sort of mental health problem? I don't know how to deal with that because I wasn't trained in any sort of mental health or psychiatric care, and neither was 99% of all the other people here.
If AC really knows.
Drink water into the sky.
Well, he was talking about 5,000 months. What's the percentages are coming off doctor?
On her vagina.
Well, I gotta see that
into
number.
The sky. Oh no. This person needs to be intubated with oxygen because they are having the bad breathing times. I will use an air compressor from the garage and shove it in your mouth so that you can blow up like a big blue blueberry like the girl in Willy Wonka.
You
into
tried
the sky.
Hard.
Oh no, it seems as though I killed somebody by accident. There is a malpractice lawsuit. Am I to blame, or is New York State or the Army to blame?
So they bought cigarettes
Am I liable
and
because
died 90 years later. Am I still responsible for that? Is the clerk?
I'm not qualified
or
for this
the
job.
store owner? Or do we all get to catch a Canaan at the beaten tree? Or?
Now, I'm not going to do this for everybody that sends
me
an email. But if you feel like that this
the
is
gas
a
pumps
cause
blow up
that you
and
can
somebody
get
don't have a
behind,
notification to
here is
the
a GoFundMe
cell phone yet from the bosses.
Legal action against the mandate that creates a
we ain't got this
vacuum
Wi-Fi
of
yet,
medical
man.
personnel in New York State, which, in my opinion, and from the facts that I've stated, seems like it cannot be filled in the manner that has been proposed. So I've already donated to it.
No,
I think that if you want to support legal action against this mandate, then
if you hit, you hit big. Okay. Because you're gonna take states, California.
Before anybody thinks that I'm shitting on 68 whiskeys and medics and Army medical personnel,
well, it works so good against the big ones.
In fact,
the beautiful thing about using the heroin play is somebody who doesn't use heroin play, it still works.
Abyss, and you said, hey, you've never ran an x-ray. They would learn how to do it. They are capable individuals that can learn
Love your attitude.
A multitude of
I can't
tasks
help you.
quickly
can't help you
and
breathe, can't help you do anything. No point fighting me or giving me a hard time.
On the job, drop off, do this thing is not anywhere near the amount of sophistication or skill that a nurse or civilian medical professional that has spent
it's not that the nurse, like me and AC, I'm gonna jump, I'll make AC, you're gonna put on a little pinstripes, and me and you both are gonna get in there.
The next time I pass out, I don't get a silver bullet 10 times the size of my fist up my butt.
And to my point is, we will still pass, but there are a lot of people who won't.